It is time to rise and shine on this Tuesday, especially because the sun's going to be shining today.
That's right.
So let's head on over to Cody Proctor now, in for meteorologist Thomas Patrick this morning. Hey there, Cody. How much sunshine can we expect today and the rest of this week?
How about for today? A whole lot of sunshine. A whole lot of sunshine. This is what we saw over the last few hours, but this morning it's dry across the northwest, particularly in eastern Washington, northern Idaho, and most importantly for us here. So we are definitely getting that sunshine this morning. And look outside. I mean, downtown Spokane, you are gorgeous this morning. Really, the entire inland northwest is gorgeous, but it's beautiful right now this morning as we get you started just past 6 o'clock this morning. Temperatures right now at the Spokane airport, 47 degrees at this time. Winds coming out the southeast about 5 miles per hour, so not too shabby at this time. Mostly light winds this morning. And around the region, Wenatchee, Moses Lake, Coeur d'Alene, all of you getting the sunshine today. Sandpoint looks like right now you're a little cloudier this morning. Temperatures ranging from those mid 40s to low 50s to get us started for our Tuesday. We're seeing those drier conditions thanks to some high pressure, but we are also keeping track of our next weather system that might be bringing us some clouds as we head into later this afternoon. And then later this week, we're also keeping track of another chance for some showers in our forecast. So we're not quite done with the active weather. We're not quite done with the rainfall for this week, to say the least. But you know, for the next 12 hours, should be beautiful. Lots of sunshine, especially around noon, low 70s this afternoon. And over the next 3 days, could be mostly in those low 70s as well.
Of 25% reduction, we're going to save tens of millions of dollars on infrastructure.
Last night, the Spokane City Council voted to override Mayor Nadine Woodward's veto on the Water Conservation Ordinance. Now, this means that the ordinance will now go into effect June of next year. The ordinance sets limitations on when and how often people can water their lawns during certain times of the year, or when the Spokane River is below a certain level. But the ordinance does not include penalties for residents who water their lawns outside of allowed hours. It also doesn't offer any incentives. Councilmember Michael Cathcart was the lone vote against the override.
Well, the city of Spokane is slowly moving forward with its plan to reopen an emergency homeless shelter on East Trent. New overnight, Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward put in a recommendation for who should run that shelter. Nicole Hernandez joining us now live this morning. Good morning, Nicole. What is the mayor, or who does the mayor want to run this shelter?
Good morning, Tim. So Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward suggested that the Guardians Foundation run this building right behind me here. Next steps is City Council has to make an official contract approval. So City Council did hear yesterday in their City Council meeting exactly how much this will cost the city to run this new shelter. They say that it will cost $26,000 a month to rent the building. Now they're working on finalizing a 5-year lease. If the city approves a contract with the Guardians Foundation, the foundation will be in charge of running services like mental health, substance abuse, and job training. There would be space for 150 to 250 beds in the 36,000 square foot space. We reached out to the Guardians Foundation. They said they are not ready to comment just yet. Spokane Mayor Nadine Woodward, though, said in a statement, quote, "The goal of the city and its regional partners is to make homelessness rare, brief, and non-recurring. And adding this safe place to sleep out of the elements is about building trust so people feel comfortable with taking that next step in their journey towards permanent housing." And as the city works to finalize this shelter building here, more people are moving into the camp off I-90. They say as of the last head count, as of yesterday, there's over 450 people living there. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
Well, a federal judge found Spokane County liable for the 2018 death of a woman in the Spokane County Jail.
So a key part of this case, more than 6 hours of surveillance video that was lost, and that video could have captured the guards who were supposed to check on her. Cindy Lou Hill was booked into the jail in August of 2018 for drug possession. Hill allegedly told a nurse at the jail that she was a heroin user, and the nurse ordered guards to check on her every 30 minutes after transferring her to the medical wing. Court records show a camera close to Hill's cell recorded her transfer at 9:10 a.m. The next video clip from the jail was recorded at 4 p.m. The county had no explanation for the gap.
A U.S. District Court judge ruled that the county allowed, quote, key video surveillance footage to be overwritten, and that it did so, quote, with an intent to avoid its litigation obligations.
This morning, the pain at the pump continues. Gas prices in Washington went up nearly 19 cents in 1 week. The state average is nearly $5.40 a gallon. Washington is one of at least 10 states paying $5+ for a gallon. California has the highest cost right now at $6.34. Idaho is getting closer to that $5 mark with average prices at $4.97.
Now, in the meantime, Governor Jay Inslee's office says that there are no plans right now to offer a gas rebate. It's a move that Spokane Congresswoman Kathy McMorris Rogers agrees with.
I'm not convinced that the rebate is going to be the most effective way to help people. It would just contribute to inflation.
However, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell is pitching a bill that would enhance federal oversight of the fuel markets.
Make sure that there's transparency, that is a bright light to make sure that no one's taking advantage during this tight supply.
The bill would double fines for price gouging.
It is time now for your morning rush. More news in less time. This morning, jury selection continues for one of the suspects in the murder of Jason Fox. The suspect faces charges of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, among other charges. Fox was found dead in an isolated area near Newport, Washington in October of 2020. Court documents show Fox's body was buried underground. The suspect has been described as the ringleader who orchestrated the murder. While gas prices continue to go up, so is airfare. CheapAir.com says Spokane is one of the cities with the biggest increases in airfare, up 35% from last year. Ticket prices in Seattle are also up 22% from last year. And a portion of Stadium Way in Pullman, Washington will be closed in both directions for construction starting next Monday. The construction will remove a pedestrian bridge between the Schock Physics Building and Wegner Hall on WSU's campus. University officials are calling the structure, quote, unsound. The road is expected to be open again later this month, though construction will last through late July. And that's a look at your morning rush.
As the war in Ukraine shows no signs of slowing down, a Washington nonprofit works to get supplies to people across the country.
And here's the one thing you need to know about today's weather. We're keeping track of sunshine and temperatures moving up into the low 70s, so a lot to look forward to. However, at the end of the week, that could be bringing us another chance for some showers.
Well, time for your wake-up call with gas around $5 a gallon in much of the country. That summer road trip is going to cost a lot more this year. So we want to know how you save money when you're traveling. You can text us at the number 509-448-2000 or use the hashtag UpWithCrem on social media. Here's what some of you have wrote into us this morning. Some people say they stop at a grocery store for lunch. Other people say they just don't travel right now. Later in the show, though, we're telling you the 5 ways you can save big on your next road trip.
Well, taking a live look outside on this Tuesday morning, we say good morning to you, Inland Northwest. Let us know where you're watching from this morning, and go ahead, grab another cup of coffee and join us for more Up with Crit.